There's a beautiful phrase that I learned when I was at Keller Williams Realty. It's a bold law, and it's called "What you focus on expands." And the reason that this phrase is so beautiful is because it truly speaks to your mind having the ability to find things around in your area, in your room, in your life, and focus on them. And when you do, all of a sudden you start to notice them everywhere. And when you notice them everywhere and you're thinking about it all the time, now all of a sudden that consumes your mindset about the topic. Let me give you an example. It's funny how whenever you're going to buy a certain product and you're thinking about maybe buying a car, for example, you start to notice every type of car. Maybe you've got your mind set on buying one particular style and you see that style everywhere. You see the make, you see the model, you start to look at the drivers, you're like, who drives these cars? Because your mind is constantly looking for that information. There's a little piece of your brain called a reticular activator, and it's always looking for this information, because if we were to think of all of the information that's constantly around us, and I'm thinking in this room between the floors and the walls and the people who are in it, you're trying to learn it all the time, you'd be overwhelmed. But your brain purposely blocks out so much information, tries to only focus on the things that you've set your mind to. The same happens with your goals. The same happens with your mission, with your business. If you focus on those things and the most important parts about it, now your mind is trying to find ways that you can solve problems and hurdles in order to achieve those goals. Instead, one of the biggest issues that people have, especially in real estate, is distraction. They get distracted by all these shiny objects. They get distracted by gurus and every single answer as to what they should and should not be doing. And what they end up doing is doing nothing in the meantime. Instead, focusing particularly on their goals and everything that they would need to do in order to solve those problems, that's the biggest way that you solve them. So what you focus on expands.